The state of Michigan offers a near infinite array of authentic American moments that live forever in our memories. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is the Vice President of Travel Michigan, Dave Lorenz. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good to be here. Thank you.
So we all have known for a very long time that Michigan is an incredible state to vacation in, around, to just do fun things in. It's your job to promote those things. Can't be that hard of a job.
Yeah, it's the best job in the state. Just don't tell anybody. You know, the sad fact is, I think we don't necessarily all know that. We tend to forget it, really. And I think a lot of times people think, well, I was already there, you know, why go there again? And maybe they don't realize they were there 20 years ago. Things change. And in our case, things get better. And we have so much to offer, whether it be for beautiful natural environments, unique experiences, authentic destinations, or just plain towns with friendly people. We have it all in this state. And it's important that we promote it nationally, internationally, but I think more importantly, that we remind people in this state that we should travel in this state as much as we can to support businesses in Michigan and actually to have a more enriched life.
And things are changing all the time as well, right? We've always had the Sleeping Bear Dunes and we've always had the Great Lakes, and Mackinac Island is sort of, even though it changes, it's always kind of the same. But there are new things coming up all the time. We keep hearing more about breweries popping up, and you know, certainly what's going on in the city of Detroit that maybe people should be paying attention to.
Absolutely true. Because you look at something like Detroit, for instance. This is going to be one of our major platforms that we really want to promote this coming year, this coming warm weather season, and that is that Detroit has changed after 40 years of decay and challenge and all this. If you haven't been in Detroit lately, and I mean in the last month, because Detroit is changing so rapidly. I'm in Detroit every week. I can't keep up with it. It's that
But that's
impressive.
Not a vacation, right? That's just a fun evening out.
Detroit is the #1 travel destination in the state, the Detroit area, the greater Detroit area. So we're encouraging people to go to Detroit, what we're calling America's Great Comeback City. We're going to be doing that all summer long. I'm looking forward to telling that story because it is nothing less than a miracle to see what's happened in Detroit. And we need to experience that as residents from the state so that we can tell that story around the country and around the world. Until Detroit is really seen as a successful place as it's becoming, the Detroit that it can be, the rest of the state can't be successful. So that'll be one of the things we tell.
So for a typical suburbanite, myself, for example, I go downtown, I go to Tiger Stadium, I might go to the Fox, I might go to the Opera House, I come right back home. What am I missing?
You're missing a lot. And you know, you think, you know, somebody of my age, that might be some of the things that you'll go to, and you go to a lot. But there are so many things that hit, let's call it the hipster crowd, you know, the cool restaurants. They've had more than 100 restaurants pop up in Detroit in the last year and a half. That is unbelievable, but true. You look at the development in the downtown corridor, also in the Midtown area, and of course the district now coming in, the Illich property with the new hockey arena. All that's happening, while at the same time, the city still has a certain flair, a certain grittiness or vibe. So the young people are discovering Detroit for all that it has to offer, and there are a lot of cool things.
So very quickly, the spring, summer promotions are going to start hitting the airwaves any day if they haven't already. What's going to be on the agenda? What are you promoting this spring and summer for travel?
So as you would expect, we're going to talk a lot about the lakes and all the lakes that we have in the state. 11,000 inland lakes. We touch on 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. So we have that summer thing to present, and that is something that we need to tell the world about because we're so good at that. But we're also going to be talking about things like craft beer. We really offer a craft beer experience unlike most places in the country. We'll also talk about what we call kind of the scenic routes around the Michigan, the road trip, so to speak. We do that very well, and we offer great experiences for couples, for families, for the whole gamut of experiences.
All kinds of lots of things to do, if that's a phrase. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Remember, your trip begins at michigan.org.
There you go. For more information on today's topic, you can visit michigan.org. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Dave Lorenz, the Vice President of Travel Michigan.